In vitro fertilization has become the path to parenthood for many, but success can be elusive as it's difficult to know if the fertilized eggs being used will thrive. Researchers at Northwestern University have made a major breakthrough that could help mitigate disappointing and expensive failures. The team discovered that a spark, described as a zinc firework, occurs at the moment a sperm enzyme renders a human egg active. Based on the size of the biological light show, both the health of an egg and the viability of the embryo can be determined. Eve Feinberg, one of the scientists involved in the study, said, "If we have the ability up front to see what is a good egg and what's not, it will help us know which embryo to transfer, avoid a lot of heartache, and achieve pregnancy much more quickly."
Message to the Young Alchemists, Part 3. So look, as you see the sperm cell entering the egg. And as soon as it does, it lights up. This is something that scientists have discovered recently. And this is the conclusion of "let there be light" in the Bible. This is light equals life. Phoenician confusion. Purposely. And this phenomenon is called zinc fireworks. It's called a zinc spark. And zinc, the element, you feel me? The element zinc explodes inside of the sperm cell. And the size of the explosion determines the quality of the egg and its ability to develop an embryo. So they'll know. They've studied this to this level now. This is how deep, you know what I'm saying, they have gotten with the knowledge and, just researching and finding out the elements of what people knew in the past. Basically everything in the Bible is metaphysical and just, metaphorical. And they're starting to understand that now. Scientists, usually believe like, oh, this is, all bullshit and, just science is the way. But now they're seeing an intertwine in between the two, especially with the quantum mechanics discoveries of, the string theory and the slot theory. It's a lot that goes on now. So zinc, an element. But L, the etymology for mint, for element. Mint equals mind. So understanding L, you understand that that's Saturn's mind. Every element is a creation from Saturn's mind. L, Al, where you get your Alice in Wonderland from Disney. You get your Aladdin from Disney. You feel me? It's a reason they put AL at the beginning of things. So, I also want to talk about the lunar wave energy on the full moon to increase creativity or destruction. And I wrote down and, just made this video recently because someone has sparked my interest in this subject with a question. And what I realized is that I wrote all this down in the same day, and it was the full moon. I had got this surge of energy to even, expound upon it and just write things down. And I realized a lot of things along with the Phoenician language, the riddles within the human language. And what I noticed was lunatic, lunar wave, lunar wave. You have maniac, manipulation, monster. Now basically all what it's saying is this is something that's influenced from the mind of the moon. The frequency from the moon, but that's a reflection of the sun. But that is a generator for Saturn. So it all makes sense, like a processor, motherboard, a brain, basically. And understanding the gold and silver qualities of that. Understanding a processor. If you look at a computer, what do they say the best, conductor for energy is? Gold. So it makes sense when you really look at it like that. That's just one of, one little small thing that I've noticed. But, just like man, M-O-N, just like Salomon. You got Saman, you feel me? It's so much with M-O-N that is related to moon. And man is related to moon. But that's the yin and the yang, the yang within the yin and the yin within the yang. There's always a part of you that has that small percentage of something within itself that also has the same that you have a majority of and a small percentage of them. We are all one, basically. You know, that's the duality of the world. But it's just like with solar energy and lunar energy, sorry. Also, you know, a correlation between duality. And that's just one thing that goes on. Lunar waves create motion of force for the tides of the water in the Earth's oceans. Lunar wave uses all four elements: air, fire, water, and earth. Now, for those that don't know, during full moons and new moons and, you know, solar eclipses or lunar eclipses, the tides in the ocean begin to rise. They rise higher, depending on how much, you know, because it's a force. Lunar energy is a force as well. During the full moon, creativity should have been boosted, depending on your mood at the time. Mood, M-O-O, you feel me? Depending on your mood at the time, you could have been a creative individual or you could have been a destructive individual. It enhances it, you know? So that's why when you see, you know, cartoons like Dragon Ball Z allude to certain things when the full moon comes out. This is something that's ancient. You know, cats have a heightened senses around this time because of the electromagnetic energy that's just given. You feel me? Lunar energy as well. Using all four elements. That's boosting. So, and I want to also mention too, around the same time, there's a local, you know, Freemasonry around the neighborhood. They had a party. They were all going, you know, for the full moon. I knew it because they don't do shit around here. But when that full moon popped out, they went their ass in there. You know why? Energy harnessing. Understand? Take the night. You know, this is ancient. Festivals were done around these times because they knew that more energy was coming. And those ley lines that match up, oh, they're magnified, multiplied. You know, so just be aware. It's times in this situation where people talk to their higher selves, where they have realizations that they never thought of before. One of the benefits of walking barefoot on this electromagnetic surface, grass, the earth, there's a lot of them, you know, and I just want y'all to know there's positive benefits from this. And, you know, I attribute this to myself as well for being, you know, just like sneakerhead and just like, you know, just caring about certain things. And even then, I would go barefoot, but then I think a lot of us subconsciously avoid it because of the chemtrail effect. Subconsciously, this is just my opinion. Because to not know about these benefits, you know what I'm saying, for a woman that has a child, they've been proven to, you know, when a child is real young, an infant, and, you know, they be putting shoes on the infant, they say that constantly draws the attention towards the shoe, and it stunts their growing, like in learning to walk. Because they constantly have something on their feet, it messes off their balance because you're going to have the shoes off of them as well. So they saying for early stages of development, they should just be barefoot. You know, and you will see the effects of that. You know, that's just a human nature just effect of just growing and learning balance and just like, you know, knowing that your mind is the first thing that you have and they try to learn to control it around those ages. So that's important for them to, you know, feel the earth, the electromagnetic surface, and it's, you know, positive electrical, you know, benefits. It's just there, man. It's the elements of the earth. You know, so just be aware of that when y'all be putting all these shoes on y'all babies and, you know, just be more cautious. No, you have to know these things. So from that next step, I'll talk about this. This is something else that goes along with this. It's human nature for people to, you know, just want to be free. But how strong is that will is the question. You know, so it's a lot. It's a lot that I notice, man. It's a lot that I notice, bro. And every time I'm in a deep conversation with a female, she always brings up how she just wants to be like, you know, just free. They always say that shit just like free. Basically, when you get the gist of it all, they want to be naked. Which is, you know, Every woman wants to be naked, walking the beach, or, grass in nature. You know why? Ma'at nature, Mother Earth, matrix, womb. You feel me? The etymology for the word matrix is womb. Mother nature, you know what I'm saying? Mother Earth. This is what we call it. That's her, man. That's her nature. Just to be out there like that. And just be one with nature, because she is Ma'at. That's the Eve gene of just, wanting to be free. And don't forget mitochondria DNA. Mitochondria DNA. You feel me? Don't forget about that as well. The story is, metaphysical. The Bible is. The trait that Eve showed in that situation is the woman. Free with Mother Nature, Ma'at, this matrix, this earth. This is her. She loves that. Material. Do you get it now? Material. Material. Mother. All of this is, feminine terms. The MA. They knew this. The Phoenician language purposely did it like this. That's why when I said man, it's ma'an, you feel me? That's moon. It's the feminine. And we could go into how these things are basically generators. Not holograms in that sense, but satellites, reflectors. Basically, it's all a stage, man. Material world. Material, man. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. The OG subs understand what I'm saying, and I would allow them to break it down in the comment section. If you break it down well enough, you'll get pinned, and I'll try to make the discussion large for the individuals that really want to know about this. It's there. But yeah, the woman being free, it's in her, bro. There's nothing you can do about that. I had to learn that. Something that I've accepted. You gotta accept that. You feel me? She will be there. Because it's all external. It's all material. The light of the man. You feel me? And what is the light? It's the sun. Sunlight. Because the moon gets reflection. You feel me? It's sunlight. It's light from the sun. You feel me? The moonlight is sunlight. It's the reflection. It's reflecting. Basically, it needs validation, so it turns to the sun. SOL, soul. Y'all wanted this series. I don't know if you're not on there. I mean, just pay attention. Pay attention. Every element of the earth is, with these lunar movements, the waves, how it affects the tides. That's the air and the water. 2 elements right there. The earth pushing it onto the sun. You feel me? The earth to nutrients pushes it there. The whole atmosphere is right off of this. Atomsphere. Atomsphere. Atom. Atomsphere. Sphere. Atom. 6 points. Matter of fact, let me bring this up. One of the elements of the earth. 2 of them combined, basically. The air, which can be hot and cold. Air can be hot and cold. That's one of the elements of the earth. So when it's cold, that has to do with the water. It creates that. So the little frost flakes that you see, or just, the little small, they are based on symbology as well. Those are, that's sacred geometry. That's what the, golden circle, the arc, Fibonacci sequence. That's what all that is, man. The spiral. That's cube, Saturn. They basically showing you feel me, building hexagons and shit, 6 points out of these damn frost flakes, man, with the ice. That's what it naturally does, and each one of them is unique. Say every one of them is unique. That's the atom inside of you. That's what you're made of. Atoms. Atom, Adam. Egyptian atom. You feel me? They switched it over to atom. And then the scientific term, atom. 6 points. Saturn. Your whole body is made of this, man. It's programming, bro. Human programming. So with that being said, like, comment, dislike. Let's talk. Peace.